Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper and today I'll be reviewing Luigi's Mansion, which was released back in 2001 for Japan and North America, and then 2002 for Europe and Australia. And the main plot of this game is that Luigi goes up to to the spooky mansion that he won, and with the help of Professor Egad, has to basically just capture all the ghosts that are running about this mansion. And yeah, that's basically the whole plot. It's, if you've played the Luigi games or the Luigi Mansion games, you would know that this is pretty much par for the course for all of the games. If you've played the first one, the second one, or the third one, or all of them together, and yeah, this is a really fun, interesting game because I've played Luigi's Mansion 3, and that was a whole lot of fun. So going back to getting to play this game for the first time has been a lot of fun. I think it's a game that I think has a really strong premise of you get to play as Luigi and you have to capture ghosts. And Luigi is well known for being a scaredy cat, scaredy cat who gets more frightened easily than when compared to Mario, who's more courageous. And getting to play through this game is really fun, and I think it's mainly because of the way you catch the ghosts, because you get to use the poltergeist. And yeah, when it comes to the poltergeist, it's fun to use, but I think from what I remember when I played Luigi's Mansion 3, I think the controls in 3 are a lot better than in 1, but that could be me, and I think it mainly also due to because I'm playing Luigi's Mansion on the Nintendo Online Library, and I'm playing it through the Joy-Cons and not the way that was intended to be, that being the GameCube controller. So it could just be a way of just the way of the controls that I'm using. But for me, the controls are a bit not janky, but I would say kind of a bit difficult-ish. Or clunky. Yeah, I would say a bit clunky in that, for example, whenever you have to capture a ghost, like in Luigi's Mansion 3, you have to stun them with the light and then use the poltergeist to capture them. In Luigi's Mansion 1, it feels a bit difficult at some points because I would blind them or stun them for a bit and then use the poltergeist to try and capture them, and there have been times where it feels like the capture mechanic doesn't work at times, or it might be because whenever I stun the ghost, I have 2 seconds to try and capture them, and then and if I don't, they would run away. Whereas in Luigi's Mansion 3, I would have a lot more time, and as well as I feel like the controls in that game work a bit better, in my opinion. I could be wrong. A lot of people's experiences of the game, of the first game, could be different to mine, and mainly because of the control scheme, maybe. But that's just me when it comes to the controls. But as a whole, it's a really, really fun game, and I do like how you can experience this small sort of mansion area, and you can go to all these different rooms and experience all the different areas you can find. And it's basically just Mario, but basically Ghostbusters, but with Mario and stuff like that, and that's really cool because it's basically a sort of small, not too horrifying game in the sense that you've got these funny looking ghosts just wandering about this mansion, and you have to use a poltergeist to basically capture them, and it's really cool because it's a game that you don't really see a whole lot when compared to the other Mario games, I would say, because a lot of the other Mario games or the main Mario games are platformers. But with Luigi's Mansion, it's really, really fun, and it kind of breaks the mold a bit in terms of there can be other games based around other characters, like Luigi, who's well known for being a side character or basically player 2. That's what Luigi is. But with Luigi's Mansion, and I would say the series as a whole, it definitely gives Luigi that main character energy that he rightly deserves, because Luigi is one of my favorite Mario characters, and I do love the games, or the Luigi's Mansion games, just because of how he just takes a step to sort of conquering his fear in a way, by just trying to help Professor Egad capturing all the ghosts by using poltergeist. And I do like how he kind of like just is still scared, but he's still like somewhat courageous. I think in my head, he's trying to step up to the plate, because Mario isn't. Well, he is seen, but like he's gone missing in this game, so you have to try and. So Luigi basically tries to take up a step up to the plate and just try and be the courageous character that he knows Mario can be at times. And even though Luigi's scared at times, and yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, and now it's time for some gameplay. So when it comes to the gameplay of Luigi's Mansion, if you're in dark rooms, you'll normally have to oh no, wrong button. You normally have to like try and find all the ghosts in that particular area. So you basically just have to just search around the room. Yeah, and when comparing this game to Luigi's Mansion 3, I do prefer that game because I think the controls are slightly better, and I think that's just mainly due to because I'm playing this game on a Switch console, I'm using the Joy-Cons and stuff, and you know the preferable controls are the GameCube controller, but yeah, I think depending on like if you're playing this on like I think mainly on Joy-Con controls, this will probably I think you have to try and like at least try and get used to it, because this game didn't have the Joy-Cons in mind. It was like mainly just the GameCube controller, but I think over time you can get used to it. And I do like how you can just just like with the other non-Mario Kart games, with the other Luigi's Mansion games. This is like basically the first game that has you show how much health a ghost has, and until you are able to use the until they're in the poltergeist, and also you can press A to shout Mario's name, which I think is quite cool. And yeah, I think as a whole, I think the controls and the gameplay is really fun, but I think Luigi's Mansion 3 was able to refine it a bit, a whole lot. So yeah, so let's go into the gameplay now. So we go back to the review. So as a whole, I think that Luigi's Mansion is really fun to play around in because it's really cool to see where the origins of the game series for Luigi's Mansion started off at, and I do like how it basically gives a spotlight to Luigi as a whole, because as I said before, it gives Luigi that spotlight and it gives him a lot more to do, other than being the standard player 2 type of role. And yeah, it's a really cool thing to see, and it definitely gives like an interesting way of giving a new game to this Mario series in the sense that instead of you going through platform type levels, you're going through this one main area and just trying to find ghosts in this sort of like friendlier version of a horror thing, or make it like Ghostbusters, but make it Mario, as I said before. And yeah, it's really cool. I do like the atmosphere of the game. It still has like the sort of like Mario charm to it and stuff like that. And yeah, it didn't go too overboard. I think it's a really cool way of just making this game feel fun and new and different in a way. And I think with Luigi's Mansion 3, the controls are definitely a lot better than with the first game. I think the controls are a lot better, and especially you can play as Luigi in that game in number 3. And yeah, and you can definitely see like the progressions in those two games. And like in Luigi's Mansion 1, you've got like, a main house mansion area that you're in, and you've got like all these different areas and stuff like that. And then in Luigi's Mansion 3, you've got this big, even though the hotel isn't technically a mansion, you've still got this big, huge building. You can explore, and you can go to all these different areas and different rooms to solve different puzzles and stuff like that. And I think Luigi's Mansion 1 is such a really fun game, and I think it's really cool just to see the progression of this series, and as a whole, it's a really fun game. So yeah, that's been my review for Luigi's Mansion 1. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.